An hour of fun facts, that's exactly what we're bringing you today. Subscribe, and we're getting started. At Barcelona 1992, Lithuania shone not only for their game, but for their uniforms sponsored by the Grateful Dead. Psychedelic and groovy, they were pure rock on the field. Music and sport fused like never before. In 2002, the Lemurny team made history, but not by winning. They lost 149-0, scoring all their own goals as a form of protest. It was so unusual that even the Guinness World Records took note. The game seemed like a comedy, but the message was very serious. When the scoreboard protests louder than the banners, in Barbra Streisand's basement, you won't just find shelves, but a mini private mall. Each collection of rare objects is organized like a luxury store, showcasing her love of curation. It's her secret sanctuary, where chaos and order meet in a fascinating way. The diva's friends and followers are amazed to discover this hidden little world. The jellyfish Chirodectes maculatus, a jewel of the ocean. It was first filmed on video near the Great Barrier Reef and resembles a basketball floating in the water. Its rare appearance made history in the marine world, as it is a mystery. With its peculiar appearance and strange movements, this jellyfish becomes one of the most fascinating creatures of the deep. A Jewish boy managed to make a royal guard laugh at Buckingham Palace, and it wasn't just any joke. As they chatted, the young man told the guard that they were schoolmates and that his mother used to pick him up because he was very shy. The completely unexpected story made the serious guard burst into laughter. In Budapest, Hungary, Europe's first cinema with beds opened its doors, and movies have never been so comfortable. Located in a renovated shopping mall after a 10-year closure, this cinema offers bed-like seats with pillows for enjoying movies in total relaxation. Forget uncomfortable seats. Here the cinema is like a movie nap. In Yakutsk, the coldest city in the world, Oksana and Alexander raised 22 children, 18 of them adopted, and they do it with a smile. With temperatures dropping to negative 85 degrees Fahrenheit, their home is a haven of warmth amidst the ice. Despite the brutal winters, they have built a close-knit and resilient family, the largest in the city. In 2023, the mountains of Utah turned pink and red, and it wasn't because of some magic paint. This phenomenon, known as watermelon snow, occurs when the algae Chlamydomonas nivalis multiply in the cold snow, giving it vibrant colors like purple, orange, and pink. The secret lies in a red pigment, astaxanthin, which protects the algae from the sun. Imagine walking through a snowy landscape that looks like something out of a natural work of art. In Talca, Chile, nature decided to break the rules with an inverted waterfall. Here, instead of falling, the water rises thanks to the powerful winds and currents of the Mole River. This phenomenon creates such an amazing illusion that it makes you doubt what you're seeing. It's as if gravity is taking a break. Hercules, the Amazon robot, is an impressive machine that can easily lift over 1,200 pounds. Its main task is to move shelves in fulfillment centers, making the entire work process much more efficient. With its incredible strength and design, it optimizes workflow and speeds up order picking. This robot is revolutionizing logistics. Underwater rugby? Yes, it exists. Underwater rugby is played in deep pools with a ball that sinks thanks to the salt water inside. Players, equipped with fins, goggles, and snorkels, fight to score in baskets located at the bottom. It's like a tactical battle in slow motion, but without losing its intensity. A sport as strange as it is exciting, the sand spider is like a desert ninja. It burrows into the sand in seconds and disappears without a trace. This stealth specialist hides beneath the sand, where it patiently waits for unsuspecting prey to pass by. Not even predators can detect it in its perfect hiding place. A master of camouflage worthy of a spy movie? A coffee that rains sugar? Yes, it exists and is served at Mellower Coffee, a Chinese chain that adds magic to every cup. Its signature drink, Sweet Little Rain, combines an Americano coffee with a cloud of cotton candy that melts in the hot steam. It's like watching sweetness rain down on your coffee. This coffee shop not only serves coffee, it also teaches you how to master latte art and hand-drip coffee. Northern cardinal mothers have a surprising trick for caring for their eggs. They pluck their belly feathers. This incubation patch leaves the skin exposed so the heat reaches the eggs directly. It's as if they're wrapping themselves in their own bodies, ensuring each chick receives the perfect temperature. In Piedmont, among vineyards and dreamy hills, grows an oddity that seems straight out of a fairy tale. A tree on top of another tree. The famous Casorzo doubletree shows a cherry tree living on top of a mulberry tree, as if it had hitched a ride. No one knows exactly how it happened, but there they are, fused in a strange botanical harmony. In Honolulu, Hawaii, lives Hokule, a surfing cat who has conquered the waves. Rescued from a shelter, this feline discovered his love for the water and became a local star. He rides the waves with his human family on a surfboard, proving that it's not just dogs who enjoy the sea. His swimming skills and laid-back attitude have made him famous on the internet. A cat so unique that he dares to surf with the wind in his paws. In the charming canals of Venice, a boat shaped like a violin sails the waters, creating a magical and unique atmosphere. This 40-foot-long floating piece, known as Noah's Violin, was designed by sculptor Livio de Marchi. In its debut, it was escorted by gondolas and boats, while a string quartet serenaded on board. David Scott, better known as the Kiffness, is a talented content creator from South Africa who has taken social media by storm by combining catchy music with humor and viral videos. Since starting out in 2011 with live performances, he has achieved a unique blend of musical genres and comedy that has made him popular worldwide. The first elephant hospital, built by Wildlife SOS, is located in Mathura, Uttar Pradesh, India. This innovative hospital is designed to care for elephants rescued from abusive and exploitative conditions, offering a pathology lab, digital radiology, and even laser therapy. It also has a medical elevator and spaces where the elephants can roam freely, ensuring their physical and emotional well-being. In 2017, Juan Pedro Franco, a 33-year-old Mexican, was recognized worldwide as the heaviest person on the planet, weighing a staggering 1,311 pounds. His extreme obesity was the result of a combination of poor nutrition and thyroid problems. Throughout his struggle to improve his health, his story captured global attention, highlighting the enormous challenges he faced. Daisuke Samejima, a talented Japanese artist, has created a unique style by painting everyday scenes on spheres called flat balls. His acrylic technique transforms these curved surfaces into vibrant canvases, where every detail seems to leap to life. What's fascinating about his work is how the spherical shape adds a visual dimension that makes the scenes even more realistic. Like humans, chimpanzees can burst into laughter, especially when tickled. This playful behavior highlights the striking similarities between our species and these primates, showing that laughter is a shared trait. Umino Sumiyama and Kame Kodama, born on November 5, 1913, on Shodo Island, Japan, hold the title of the world's oldest twins. Since they were 70, they joked about breaking the Guinness World Record. And at 107 years and 300 days old, they managed to set it. Despite having lived apart and facing bullying for their resemblance, their reunion at 70 allowed them to enjoy this achievement together. Imagine camping in a tent inspired by the famous Star Wars space station. Designed by Monster Factory, this futuristic tent sleeps 3 and sets up in less than 2 minutes. In addition to being waterproof, it features an air circulation system and a special layer that protects you from mosquitoes. The Obispado Towers, located in Monterrey, Mexico, are the tallest skyscrapers in Latin America, reaching 1,001 feet in height. They are also the 26th tallest building in the world. These impressive structures stand out not only for their height, but also for their versatility, housing a luxurious hotel, offices, apartments, and recreational areas. The Mini Dog Treat Maker is an innovative device created by Dash, specifically designed to prepare homemade dog treats. Its appearance resembles a waffle iron with two non-stick plates that cook bone-shaped treats. Plus, it comes with a recipe book full of ideas for making healthy, natural snacks for your pet. YouTuber The Drones has created a unique drone using Coca-Cola cans, combining 3D printed parts with cameras and motors. On his channel, he shows the entire construction process of this peculiar aerial device, which, despite its somewhat comical design, is capable of flying. This drone is surprising not only for its appearance, but also for its ability to stay in the air for several minutes. A group of creators led by Hacksmith decided to take the Thor myth to the extreme by creating a hammer that's impossible to lift. They took a realistic replica and filled it with molten lead, weighing over 110 pounds. They called it Mjolnir, but without any spells. Here it was all about brute strength. Lifting it is almost as difficult as being worthy of the god of thunder. A mesmerizing marble run broke a world record when a marble traveled 6,296 feet. The event took place in Elg, a small town in Switzerland, and was certified by Guinness World Records. The marble wound its way between houses, hills, and homemade structures for over a mile. Quite a spectacle of precision, patience, and gravity. In New Zealand, there's a farm where cows graze among giant sculptures. This is Gibbs Farm, an open-air art gallery created by entrepreneur Alan Gibbs. 22 renowned artists have left their mark on this surreal landscape. It's like a museum, but with sheep and ocean views. The hog-nosed snake doesn't bite. It fakes its death like a soap opera actress. When it feels threatened, it rolls over onto its back and plays dead, tongue out and all. Its upturned snout gives it a look that's somewhere between cute and weird. It lives in America and Madagascar, and although it looks like a drama queen, its trick works. Hare's antelopes won't let cactuses down. They'll tear off their spines to eat them. In the middle of the desert, where water is scarce, they've perfected this trick worthy of extreme survival. This is how they get both food and hydration: small, brave, and very resourceful. In Delhi, there's a bar where, instead of drinks, they serve you pure oxygen. It's called OxyPure and offers an aromatic experience with nasal tubes and scents like mint, lemon, and lavender. In just 15 minutes, you can feel refreshed, as if you've had a breath of fresh air straight from the Himalayas. Founded by Arshavir and Margarita, this bar has become a curious and healthy alternative to alcohol. Shall we raise a glass of air? On the German island of Nordstrandischmoor, residents don't use cars. They use individual trains. A 2.2-mile railway connects the island to the coast, and each resident has their own carriage. Although it began as a way to transport materials, it was adapted for personal use. The carriages vary between open and closed, but sometimes the wind becomes an obstacle. This is how 18 people on the island travel like real conductors. In a corner of Sydney, 20 tiny acrobats amazed the world when they were born at Taronga Zoo. They are pygmy possums, marsupials that measure no more than 3.5 inches, but glide between branches like expert flyers. With their feathered tails and skin that functions as wings, they dominate the forest air. They live among leaves and heights, barely touching the ground. In the middle of the Saudi desert, a mirrored cube seems to vanish among the dunes. It's the Mariah Concert Hall. With nearly 107,000 square feet of glass, it reflects the landscape like a modern mirage. It was built in just 3 months and hosts everything from concerts to luxury dinners. Deep in the Tadoba Safari, an Indian student named Oven Abhishek experienced a movie-like encounter. 40 minutes in front of an elusive black leopard. This feline, as dark as night, owes its rarity to a melanin-filled mutation. From Colombia, Oscar Mendez transforms discarded plastic into pieces that build futures. His interlocking blocks, made from waste, become earthquake-resistant homes and classrooms. Each structure is a puzzle that also unites communities. In Finland, braving the cold is an art form called avanto. The tradition involves opening a hole in the ice of a lake and diving into its icy waters, then seeking refuge in the warmth of a sauna. This shock of temperatures revitalizes both the body and mind, offering incomparable well-being. It's an experience that has become a popular ritual known for its power to renew energy. Artist Jason DeCaires Taylor creates stunning underwater sculptures that serve as artificial reefs. His latest work, Ocean Atlas, is a 60-ton sculpture that extends from the seafloor to the surface. This impressive installation, located off the coast of the Bahamas, fuses art and nature. The Democratic Republic of the Congo is home to the world's largest and oldest lava lake, an incredible river of molten rock that fascinates scientists around the world. Located on the Nyiragongo volcano, one of the most active and dangerous in Africa, this natural phenomenon is a true volcanic laboratory. The volcano's intensity and constant activity make it an unpredictable and fascinating spectacle. The Cruffin is a delicious revolution that has taken the internet by storm, a perfect mix between a croissant and a muffin. Imagine a crunchy layer on the outside and a soft, fluffy interior that melts in your mouth. Its unique flavor has catapulted it to become a new favorite for those with a sweet tooth. This pastry gem can be found in bakeries around the world, showcasing what culinary creativity can achieve. The longest football match in history took place in 1946 between Stockport County and Doncaster Rovers in a thrilling English third division encounter. Because the match ended in a draw, 2 30-minute extra periods were played, lengthening the action. Doncaster Rovers ultimately won 4-0. In 2020, a mysterious metallic monolith appeared in the Utah desert, discovered by a group of wildlife workers flying over the area in a helicopter. The strange and out-of-place object disappeared as suddenly as it had arrived. Shortly after, similar monoliths emerged in other parts of the world, sparking theories about their origin. In the 1950s, Soviet scientist Vladimir Demikhov conducted an incredibly controversial experiment. He transplanted the head of a puppy onto another dog. Remarkably, both heads managed to survive, although the experiment generated great controversy. Despite the controversy, this pioneering work was key to the development of transplant science. His research laid the groundwork for significant advances in modern medicine. Imagine jumping off a mountain in a suit that turns you into a bird for a few seconds. That's wingsuit flying. This extreme sport combines skydiving with gliding, thanks to a suit with membranes between arms and legs. Those who practice it skim over mountains at incredible speeds. It's pure adrenaline in a controlled fall, if such a thing exists. In a remote valley in Norway, the sky becomes the stage for an inexplicable spectacle, the Hessdalen lights. They appear without warning, floating, zigzagging, and changing color as if they were signals from another world. Neither scientists nor the curious have been able to fully decipher them. A natural phenomenon or an interstellar message? The mystery continues to shine in the darkness. Visit Iceland's Althorse Your Email campaign is an original way for tourists to disconnect from technology during their vacations. Icelandic horses are in charge of handling travelers' emails, triggering automatic out-of-bounds replies by walking across a giant keyboard. The initiative seeks to offer a fun and unique experience, allowing tourists to enjoy their stay in Iceland worry-free. The black gobbler is a fish that inhabits the dark ocean depths, where sunlight doesn't reach. With an elongated black body, this fish has incredibly flexible skin and a stomach that expands to devour prey much larger than itself. It is found at depths between 2,300 and 9,000 feet, where it can swallow even fish twice its size. Duckweed is a small aquatic plant that moves across the surface of lakes and ponds, growing at an impressive speed. Without long stems or roots, it clumps together to form a green blanket that covers the water. Its rapid growth allows it to quickly take over large areas of stagnant water. The Dubai frame is an incredible structure located in Dubai's Zabil Park, known as the world's largest picture frame. Measuring 492 feet high and 312 feet wide, this imposing structure combines an observatory, museum, and monument. Opened in 2018, the Dubai frame has become an icon of the city, offering panoramic views of Dubai from its grand frame. Robert Downey Jr. appeared for less than 10 minutes in Spider-Man: Homecoming, but he pocketed $10 million. That's the equivalent of pocketing $1 million a minute, as if he had banking superpowers. Although his cameo was brief, his presence carried more weight than an Iron Man suit of armor. Marvel didn't pay for time, they paid for legend. In Chongqing, China, there's a restaurant so gigantic it looks like a stadium, Pipa Yuan, with nearly 900 tables and room for 5,800 people. It's the largest in the world. It's perched on a steep hillside and offers hot pot, the region's favorite bubbling feast. Eating there is like a massive event, but delicious. Can you imagine asking for the check there? Don't forget to subscribe if you like the video. In 2018, Macedonia added North to its name, calming a years-long conflict with Greece, all for sharing the same name. It was a diplomatic turnaround that opened doors to peace and international organizations. Sometimes a little word makes all the difference. Who would have thought that a North could bring so much progress? Can you imagine making a mistake in such a major competition? At the 2000 Sydney Olympics, an administrative misunderstanding nearly cost the life of Eric Musambani, a swimmer from Equatorial Guinea. He was entered into the 100 meters instead of the 50, an event he hadn't prepared for. Despite his efforts, his extreme exhaustion in the final meters put him in serious danger. Discover the Boryung Mud Festival in South Korea, an annual event held on Daejeon Beach. This summer festival, the largest in the world, features fun-filled activities where participants cover themselves in mineral-rich mud. Originally created as a marketing ploy for Boryung Mud Cosmetics, the festival has grown into a major tourist attraction with games, mud fights, and concerts. It's a unique experience that draws thousands of visitors from around the world. In 2003, Samsung launched a phone that looked like it was straight out of The Matrix Reloaded, and everyone wanted to be Neo. With a futuristic design and a cinematic feel, the phone flew off the shelves. It was stylish marketing, cinema, technology, and fashion all in one gadget. Even answering calls felt out of this world. The Matrix phone was pure science fiction come to life. The Vallarta terrapin is the smallest in the world, measuring less than 4 inches long. Native to Mexico, it lives in the wetlands of the Amica River and has a wide shell that makes it even more adorable. Males have a yellow spot on their nose, like a tiny jewel in the water. Despite its tiny size, it plays a key ecological role in its habitat. In 2007, an incredible find in the Russian Arctic left the world speechless. Lyuba, a mammoth calf with traces of breast milk in her stomach, as if she had died yesterday. Despite having lived 41,000 years ago, her preservation was so astonishing that it revealed valuable details about mammoths. Only 1 month old when she passed away, Luba gave us a unique window into the past. On the outskirts of Bangkok, a pink tower rises that looks like something out of a fantasy story. Wat Samphan, better known as the Dragon Temple, a huge green and red dragon embraces its 17 floors, as if climbing its walls in search of wisdom. This Buddhist gem impresses not only with its height, but also with the symbolism hidden in every corner. On the beaches of Imperial Beach, the most adorable surfers don't walk, they bark. It's Surf Dog, a competition where 50 dogs take to the water to show off their talent on the waves. With life jackets, ears in the wind, and lots of attitude, these furry friends compete for style, balance, and charisma. More than a competition, it's a party of wet paws happy tales, and human applause. In Taiwan, the Far Glory Water Park offers a magical experience, selfies with real mermaids. These incredible aquatic artists have mastered the art of freediving, remaining underwater for over a minute without breathing. The amazing thing is that they can keep their eyes open and smile while posing, displaying a skill that seems straight out of a fairy tale. Maru, the famous Scottish cat known as Mugumogu on YouTube, holds a Guinness World Record for the most views for an animal on the platform. By September 2016, this adorable 9-year-old feline, who has won the hearts of thousands for his love of getting into boxes, had racked up an impressive 3,257,045,066 views. Amaury Guichon, the master pastry chef renowned for his sculptural prowess, embarked on an incredible work of chocolate art, a sea turtle swimming alongside its young on an anemone. This detailed sculpture took him 4 days of intensive work and 60 pounds of chocolate. Leo Rogers, a cyclist who lost his left leg in an accident, continues to prove that nothing can stop his love for cycling. Despite adversity, he continues to ride his fixed-gear bike with impressive determination, pushing limits and displaying unique courage. His story inspires everyone, demonstrating how difficulties can be overcome with perseverance. In the middle of the Maldivian paradise lies the Muraka, the world's first underwater hotel. This futuristic gem allows you to sleep surrounded by fish and coral 5 meters underwater. It has 2 levels, 3 bedrooms, luxurious bathrooms, and an unforgettable aquatic view. Of course, spending the night there costs around $50,000. Sleeping in a luxury aquarium has never been so real. Imagine a soap that costs almost $2,800. It's called Qatar Royal Soap, and it's the most expensive in the world. This luxurious soap is made with ingredients like gold dust, virgin honey, and diamonds. But beware, only members of the Qatari nobility can enjoy it, as it's not for sale to the general public. With its exorbitant price, this soap becomes a true luxury treasure. In the Tonga archipelago, an underwater volcano gives life to an island every so often. The last time it emerged was in 2019, after 18 days of intense eruptions. The island that appeared measured about 328 feet wide by 1,312 feet long, a completely new expanse of land. This phenomenon is a natural wonder that attracts scientists and curious onlookers from around the world. The Ryan RE90 Racing Edition is the world's fastest electric scooter, with a top speed of 80 miles per hour, although it could reach up to 99 miles per hour. Despite its impressive speed, it stands out for being one of the lightest, thanks to its high-quality materials like aluminum and carbon fiber. Its rigid steering system offers a more precise and safer riding experience, allowing for agile maneuvers. Diamond Beach in Iceland is famous for its fascinating blocks of ice that rest on its shore, creating a surreal landscape. The ice fragments, shaped by the waves and volcanic sand, sparkle like jewels in the sun, offering a spectacular sight. The combination of transparent ice and black sand gives it a unique atmosphere that attracts tourists from all over the world. A peculiar challenge that has gained popularity is drinking a Coca-Cola underwater. When you open the bottle, the pressure causes a small bubble of soda to escape, but the majority remains trapped inside. The difficulty of this challenge lies in the struggle to control the flow of the liquid underwater. Those who attempt it must be careful, as the water pressure interferes with the drinking action. Nicholas Smith doesn't just draw, he draws to transform. His illustrations don't go unnoticed, as his strokes fight for equality and human rights. His tribute to George Floyd is just one of many that provoke reflection. In addition to creating, he gives a voice to young artists from forgotten communities, fighting for greater inclusion in the arts. Iceland has opted for a bold peace. It has no army. Instead of armed forces, its defense relies on a well-trained civilian force and alliances with other nations to ensure its security. Despite its strategic location in the North Atlantic, this island has managed to thrive without the weight of an army. The coati resembles a jungle thief with its natural mask and long tail as a sign of balance. Curious and agile, this cousin of the raccoon roams the jungles of the Americas in search of fruits and insects. Its elongated, mobile nose helps it sniff out every nook and cranny. It is a furry acrobat who climbs trees as if they were its playground. Chili Atoll is like a warm hug in a cup, ideal for lovers of spicy food. Originating in the regions of Oaxaca, Puebla, and Veracruz, it's an ancient elixir with a touch of corn and dried chilies, such as guajillo. Its thick texture and intense flavor make it a perfect drink for cool days. With a spicy twist on traditional atole, this dish embodies the richness of indigenous cuisine. In Oymyakon, Siberia, your breath freezes in seconds and your eyelashes frost over when you blink. This city is the coldest in the world, with records as low as -83.9 degrees Fahrenheit. There, cars are left running all day to avoid freezing to death. Living in Oymyakon is like living in a giant freezer, all winter long. Since 1914, the Model T Ford only came in black, not for style, but for speed. That paint dried so quickly that it sped up the entire production run. Henry Ford said, "You can have it in any color, as long as it's black." Efficiency had its own look. India is home to the largest school on the planet, City Montessori School, with over 55,000 students. It has 21 campuses, resembles an educational city, and offers classes from preschool to 12th grade. Founded in 1959, this mega school is like a small country full of desks. If all its students were gathered together, they would fill an entire stadium. The Bornean cat is like the ghost of the feline world, extremely rare and almost impossible to see. Between 1874 and 2002, only 12 of these elusive cats were documented. With its mysterious gaze and secretive life, it seems like something out of a jungle legend. Scientists seek it out like a living treasure, a feline so rare that almost no one has ever seen it in action. In Croatia, there is a truly unique museum called Froggyland, where more than 500 stuffed frogs come to life. These frogs aren't just motionless. They're arranged in scenes that show them playing tennis, performing acrobatics, or acting as circus performers. Imagine chickens with giant legs. Dong Tao, native to Vietnam, have limbs so large they can represent a fifth of their weight. With their robust appearance and red scales, these chickens are a rare luxury. Their meat sells in exclusive restaurants for up to $1,000. Raising them is no easy feat, making them a high-end delicacy. In Germany, Heidelberg Castle houses the world's largest wine barrel. This colossus, known as the Big Barrel, has an impressive capacity of 58,000 gallons. It measures 23 feet wide and 28 feet long and was built in 1751 with 130 oak trees, a true marvel of winemaking engineering. The Arapaima gigas, the giant of the Amazonian rivers, is a fish that inspires respect even in the most fearsome predators, such as piranhas. With its long, spindle-shaped body covered in robust scales, this aquatic colossus can grow up to 10 feet long. Its diet is fascinating. It uses powerful suction to catch its prey, sucking in the water and any fish that cross its path. Did you know that Portugal is the world's largest producer of cork? It produces 160,000 tons per year, representing 51% of the world's cork. This material is obtained by extracting the bark of the cork oak every 9 or 10 years, a process that takes place in summer when the tree is most active. Puma and Cheetos have teamed up to launch sneakers that are as bold as they are tasty. The Puma Hoops X Cheetos Scutceros. Inspired by the popular Flaming Hot Cheetos, these sneakers feature a burst of bright orange and red colors, with details including Scott's signature and the iconic Cheetos logo. The Italians' trick to enjoying pasta without worrying about gaining weight lies in how they cook it. By cooking it al dente, the starch is partially hydrated, slowing the absorption of nutrients. This process prevents blood glucose spikes and allows for more controlled digestion, promoting weight maintenance. In the city of Tianducheng, Zhejiang, stands an impressive replica of the Eiffel Tower, reaching 354 feet in height. This Chinese Eiffel Tower is just one part of an urban project that seeks to recreate the charm of Paris, with plazas, fountains, and buildings in the style of the French capital. Originally intended to be an exclusive destination, the tower has attracted tourists from all over the world. The kunai is a multifaceted tool of Japanese origin, which at first glance appears to be a simple knife with a wide blade and a short handle. Originally, it was used in agriculture and construction, aiding in tasks such as digging and lifting heavy objects. However, its practical and durable design made it popular among ninjas, who adapted it as a stealth weapon. Depending on the style, the kunai can have a straight or curved blade and is used for both stabbing and precise throwing. The Puerto Princesa Underground River, located on the island of Palawan in the Philippines, is a natural wonder that runs for over 5 miles inside a cave. Its crystal clear waters and incredible stalactite and stalagmite formations create a magical and unique landscape. This navigable river, which meanders through a limestone cave, offers visitors an unparalleled underground adventure experience. The white gloves worn by Disney characters are not just a fashion statement, but a creative solution from the early days of animation. At that time, when processes were laborious, white gloves and shoes helped the characters stand out against dark backgrounds and simplify details in drawings. It's easier to make gloves than fingers. On August 23rd, we celebrate International Hashtag Day, a tool that revolutionized social media. Although Twitter popularized its use in 2007, it wasn't the platform that invented it, but a user named Chris Messina who first introduced it with the hashtag #Barcamp. In his first tweet, Messina asked, "How do you feel about using #" for groups with the hashtag Barcamp?" William James Sidis, considered the smartest man in history, possessed an IQ between 250 and 300, the highest ever recorded. A prodigious mind, he spoke nearly 40 languages and completed 7 university degrees. However, his personal life was an enigma, and although his intellect was unparalleled, his love life was anything but. The Codex Leicester, famously known as the most expensive book in the world, has a fascinating history. In 1717, the painter Leonardo da Vinci sold it to Thomas Coke, an English earl, who preserved it for generations. After more than 250 years in the hands of the Coke family, the manuscript was auctioned in 1994, reaching an incredible price of $30.8 million. Who put up that money? None other than Bill Gates. In South Africa, nature lovers can access the Wildcard a membership that allows unlimited access to national parks for a year. With this card, you can explore natural wonders, such as the famous Kruger National Park, without paying additional fees. With access to more than 80 protected areas in South Africa, Swaziland, and Eswatini, it's the ideal pass for adventurers. It costs around $200. At 57, Keanu Reeves proves there are no limits. He performs 90% of his own stunts in John Wick. Between martial arts and high-speed driving, he undergoes grueling training to maintain his level of skill. Every action scene is a testament to his dedication and skill. Masabumi Hosono, the only Japanese man aboard the Titanic, lived a nightmare after surviving the disaster. Instead of being hailed as a hero, he returned to Japan and was treated like a coward, rejected by his society. The pressure was so great that he was accused of dishonoring their honor. Imagine surviving a shipwreck and then being disowned for saving your life. The Cyanea capillata jellyfish, or lion's mane jellyfish, is the giant of the ocean. One specimen reached 120 feet in length, longer than a football field. Its umbrella is the size of a small room. Imagine encountering such a sea monster while swimming. It would be like swimming alongside a water dragon. In Deadpool, Wade Wilson's famous mistake of forgetting his weapons wasn't just a comedic touch, but also a reflection of production challenges. Ryan Reynolds, playing the character, left his suitcase behind in an unexpected twist during one of the most intense fights. Interestingly, this oversight was due to a $7 million budget cut that forced the removal of an action scene that was originally going to include those weapons. A rumor that has circulated for years is that Coca-Cola was originally green before turning brown, but this isn't true. The confusion likely came from the early green glass bottles, which made the drink appear that color. Since its creation, the Coca-Cola formula has always had the characteristic dark brown color we know today. Although it may seem incredible, seals and sea lions actually have claws. They're not just for show, they use them as a portable spa. They scratch, clean, and even remove unwanted guests from their bodies. These mini claws are key to their hygiene routine. Who would have thought these marine inhabitants had their own built-in grooming kit? Mount Roraima looks like it came from another planet. A huge stone table with edges so straight you might think someone carved it with a laser. It rises almost 9,840 feet on the border between Venezuela, Brazil, and Guyana, and is one of the oldest corners of the planet. Its mysterious peak even inspired the film Up. Switzerland, known for its neutrality, has taken extreme measures to protect itself against any potential threat. Buildings across the country are required to include underground shelters, and it is estimated that there are more than 300,000 of these spaces, making Switzerland the country with the most shelters per capita. In Dubai, an exclusive gold banknote, the 500 dirham has been launched, designed as a corporate souvenir. This banknote, made with 0.1 grams of pure 24-karat gold, is worth approximately $3. Interestingly, each banknote has a unique serial number, ensuring its authenticity. The superb lyrebird, known for its incredible ability to mimic sounds, is one of the most amazing birds in the world. This bird has the ability to reproduce any noise it hears, from a baby's cry to the sound of chainsaws and car alarms. Its ability to emulate these sounds is fascinating, but also a little disconcerting. It not only mimics natural sounds, but can also replicate human-made noises. The metallic stick insect, scientifically known as Acreoptera phallax, is one of Madagascar's most fascinating species. This unusual phasmid stands out for its bright blue color, combined with crimson wings tinged with gold. Its appearance allows it to blend perfectly into its natural environment. In fact, it is often confused with another similar species, A. manga, also native to the island. On November 23, 1942, New York City hosted the world premiere of Casablanca, directed by Michael Curtis and starring Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman. Although it had been completed 6 months earlier, the film was strategically released to coincide with the entry of U.S. forces into Africa during World War II. Casablanca has become a classic, addressing themes of love, sacrifice, and the struggle of refugees to escape conflict. The Koenigsegg Agera RS is a speed machine that has left its mark on the history of motorsport, achieving 5 world records. With only 25 units in circulation, it has set impressive records, such as the fastest acceleration and the highest speed achieved on a public road. In a test, it accelerated from 0 to 400 kilometers per hour in an astonishing time of 26.88 seconds, and came to a complete stop in 1,600 feet. Its record top speed of 270 miles per hour makes it the fastest production car on the planet, a true gem in the world of supercars. Cows have a reduced number of teeth, with only 32 incisors in their lower jaw. Instead of upper teeth, they have a rough pad that helps them chew grass efficiently. This unique design is perfectly adapted to their herbivorous diet, allowing them to crush and tear plants with ease. Buenos Aires holds the title of the city with the most soccer stadiums in the world, with an impressive total of 18. If the stadiums in the metropolitan area are included, the number rises to 36. The passion for soccer in the city is so intense that each of these stadiums is full of stories and a deep connection with the local teams. After Albert Einstein's death, his eyes were given to his ophthalmologist, Henry Abram, as part of the autopsy. The decision to preserve them was controversial as the scientist's family was not fully consulted. Abram, who died in 2009, kept the eyes in a safe deposit box, and they are believed to remain there today in a bank in the city. The Valley of Peace in Iraq holds the title of the largest and oldest cemetery in the world, with more than 14 centuries of history. Measuring 2.3 square miles, it houses approximately 6 million graves, with tombstones stretching to the horizon. This vast cemetery is so immense that it is almost impossible to encompass it all at once. The Painted Ladies, a colorful row of Victorian houses in San Francisco, are a cultural icon of the city. Built between 1892 and 1896, they survived the devastating 1906 earthquake and are today one of the most photographed places in the city. These houses, also known as the Seven Sisters, have appeared in more than 70 films and postcards, serving as a symbol of San Francisco's history and beauty. The Squarehead Library, or La Tête Carrée in Nice, is a stunning architectural work that fuses art and functionality. Standing 92 feet tall, it was initially designed as a sculpture of a human face, but due to financial difficulties, it was transformed into a giant cube. Created by artist Sasha Sosno and architects Francis Chapu and Yves Bayard, its unique design makes it a symbol of creativity that defies expectations. Olivier Rioux, originally from Canada, became the world's tallest young man at 18, measuring 7 feet 5 inches. His family, also tall, has adapted their home to accommodate taller people, although the door frames remain a challenge. Despite his impressive height, he follows the predictable path of many giants when it comes to basketball. In 2021, Olivier earned the Guinness World Record for the tallest teenager in the world, a feat that promises to make him the tallest basketball player in the league. The countries with the fastest internet connections in the world include the United Arab Emirates, South Korea, and Qatar, where browsing is an ultra-fast experience. In the Americas, only Canada makes the top 10, while Europe and Asia dominate the ranking. In Latin America, Uruguay stands out as the leader in connection speed, a fact that surprises many. Since 2005, India has led the world reading rankings with an average of 10 hours and 42 minutes per week. Following in this page-turning marathon are Thailand, China, and the Philippines, all Asian countries with a strong reading appetite. Egypt rounds out the top 5, proving that the passion for books transcends cultures and continents. The Minecraft movie is coming with a bang, $150 million just to create it. Promotion is still afoot, but it already promises to be a pixelated mega event. Adapting the best-selling video game in history is no easy task, but the excitement is sky high. Dubai wants to reach the moon, but without leaving Earth. It plans to build a $5 billion lunar-shaped resort. It will be 735 feet tall and recreate the experience of walking on our satellite. Luxury, science fiction, and architecture merge in this futuristic colossus. A lunar treat in the middle of the desert. In the heart of Dallas, a bronze stampede comes to life in Pioneer Square. 49 bulls and 3 cowboys immortalize the ranching exploits of old Texas. This giant monument is a trip back to the 19th century in the middle of a modern park. It's the largest bronze sculpture in the world, and it looks like it's about to run. In Madeira, Cristiano Ronaldo's homeland, there's a corner where his legend lives on in full color, the CR7 Museum. Trophies, jerseys, and memorabilia tell the story of how a child became a global icon. Screens and interactive spaces invite you to relive his goals and glories. It's a modern temple dedicated to the Portuguese soccer star. On the island of Java, one man decided to confront nature's oblivion. Sadaman, over 60 years old and with a giant heart, planted more than 11,000 trees where before there was only drought and ash. For 2 decades, he fought erosion, avalanches, in the silence of Mount Laud. His feat brought water, life, and hope back to his community. Today, he is a symbol of green resilience, an inspiration to many, and a source of pride for his people. For his legacy, he was awarded 100 million rupees in the eternal respect of those who walk through his forest. In Africa, a company called Freetown Waste Management Recycle gives new life to old tires, turning them into building blocks for parks and public spaces. More than 60,000 tires have been recycled, while providing jobs to communities in need. It's an initiative that not only protects the environment, but also promotes social inclusion. The ghost shark, a deep-sea creature, lives more than 8,530 feet underwater in a dark and mysterious world. Although its name suggests it's a shark, it actually belongs to the Chimera family, distant relatives of sharks and rays. Its translucent skin and ghostly appearance make it an enigma to scientists. It lives in the oceans, except for the cold waters of Antarctica, and feeds on shrimp and mollusks. The mystery of the Königsberg bridges was the seed of graph theory. Euler demonstrated that it was impossible to cross all 7 of its bridges without repeating one. What seemed like a simple puzzle became a key foundation for mathematics. This challenge laid the groundwork for a theory that is now applied in fields such as social networks, maps, and logistics. The city of Königsberg, located on the Pregel River, with its Knipoff and Lomce Islands, was the scene of this discovery. In 2013, the skies over Chelyabinsk, Russia, were lit up by the explosion of a meteorite, which released the energy of 30 atomic bombs. The most surprising thing was that no one saw it coming, leaving the city vulnerable to damage and hundreds injured. This event reminded us how unpredictable and powerful the universe can be. The blue dragon, a brightly colored marine mollusk, has a unique strategy for survival. It feeds on poisonous jellyfish and uses their venom as a defense. Despite its appearance as a fantastical creature, it is a lethal predator in the depths of the ocean. It stores the venom of its prey and uses it to repel any threat. In 1952, Albert Einstein was surprisingly proposed as president of Israel, but he declined the honor, acknowledging that he lacked the necessary political skills. This act of humility showed that, despite being one of the most brilliant minds in the world, he knew how to recognize his limitations. In Okinawa, Japan, longevity is remarkable, with a ratio of 68 people over 100 years old per 100,000 inhabitants, much higher than in some areas of the United States. Their secret lies in a plant-based diet, an active lifestyle, and a strong sense of community. The elderly in this region remain actively involved in everyday life and maintain a positive attitude. The famous scene of Tom Cruise running alone through an empty Times Square in Vanilla Sky cost nearly $1 million due to the complexity of closing one of the busiest avenues in the world, even if it was only for a couple of hours. Obtaining the necessary permits and coordinating with New York City authorities was a logistical challenge. In addition, a highly trained technical team was needed to make the most of that short time. In handball, players use a special resin on the ball to achieve a firm and precise grip. This glue-like substance allows the ball to stay firmly in the hand, facilitating quick throws and passes. It also prevents the ball from slipping, even in high-speed situations or with sweaty hands. The pink banana, scientifically known as Musa belelutina, is a variety native to Southeast Asia. It is distinguished by its small size and bright pink color, which turns red as it ripens. Its milder flavor and delicate texture make it a special choice for lovers of exotic fruits. Radicchio is a deep purple-red Italian lettuce with white veins, known for its bitter flavor and crunchy texture. This vegetable, a member of the chicory family, is enjoyed in salads or cooked dishes. When roasted or sautéed, its bitterness is softened, offering a much more delicate flavor. The Luna moth, one of the wonders of North America, stands out for its bright lime green hue and long tails on its wings, which it uses to mislead its enemies. With a wingspan of up to 4.3 inches, it is one of the largest moths in the region. Their fascinating appearance and camouflage ability make them one of the most surprising species of local fauna. Imagine a tortilla that decided to get into shape, thicker, tastier, and ready to be filled with deliciousness. These are gorditas, a Mexican gem that can go on the griddle, in the frying pan, or straight to your heart. Crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, like a hug disguised as a snack. And the best part, each one can be a different surprise inside. And stung dogs have gone viral for their swollen snouts after failed encounters with bees, resembling living caricatures. Although they are generally harmless, you should keep an eye on them for allergies. However, their "I'll never smell flowers again" expression is already a social media classic. The world's most luxurious mask, created by Israeli jewelry brand Ivil, was made for a Chinese businessman and is valued at $1.5 million. It features 250 grams of 18-karat gold, 3,608 natural diamonds, and an N99 filter, all in a piece weighing 279 grams. High-level protection with red carpet shine. Stargazy pie is a traditional Cornish dish where sardines poke their heads, and sometimes tails, out of the crust as if gazing at the stars. Hidden beneath the pastry is a mixture of potatoes, bacon, eggs, and a creamy mustard sauce. A recipe as tasty as it is disturbing to look at. During the 2014 Rally Mexico, Thierry Neuville experienced a leak in his Hyundai's radiator just before the finish. With no coolant and the engine overheating, he and his co-driver improvised by pouring a Corona beer into the system. Surprisingly, it worked. They made it to the service station and finished third. An electric wheelchair with a very futuristic design that can safely climb stairs. Our BRO electric wheelchair goes up and down stairs and steps at the touch of a button, taking you to your destination safely and without any outside assistance. The Alieno Unum is a Bulgarian-made electric hypercar that looks like it came straight from the future. It has 24 electric motors and can reach up to 363 miles per hour. Plus, it incorporates air thrusters to improve performance and stability. It recharges with electricity, and it also breathes air as part of its system. Did Halle Berry know Adrian Brody was going to kiss her at the Oscars? Absolutely not. Years later, she revealed that she thought, "What the hell is going on?" According to her, that kiss wasn't planned and clearly took her by surprise. An underwater concert? That's Aquasonic, a mind-blowing show by the Danish band Between Music. The musicians submerge themselves in specially designed tanks to play handmade instruments and sing with unique microphones. They don't use scuba gear. They just come up to breathe between songs. Everything is designed to recreate real-life underwater conditions, right down to the temperature. In Gibraltar, planes and cars share the same road. The airport runway crosses a public road, and every time a plane takes off or lands, traffic stops like a passing train. In the off-season, the wait can be 10 minutes, but in the summer, it's better to be patient. Boxing and chess in one sport? It exists, and it's called boxing chess. This combat alternates between rounds of punches and blitz chess matches. You can win by knockout or checkmate, which makes it as mental as it is physical. It's played in a ring, with gloves, strategy, and a lot of concentration. That smell of wet earth we love so much? It's called geosmin, and it's produced by soil bacteria when it rains. Our sense of smell detects it even in minute quantities. It's like a natural signal that water's on the way. The pygmy seahorse measures less than an inch and is a master of camouflage. It lives in the corals of Southeast Asia, blending perfectly into its surroundings. Its tiny bumps make it nearly invisible among the gorgonians. It's one of the smallest fish in the world and lives in schools of up to 20. a rare marine gem. Parahawking is an incredible blend of paragliding and trained birds of prey. Participants fly alongside falcons or vultures, following their instinct to find updrafts. Birds lead the way in the sky, and humans follow. It's a flight experience guided by nature. The Xiaomi SU7 is the brand's first electric car, and it's arrived with a bang. It accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.78 seconds, combining power and technology. Its battery offers up to 500 miles of range, ideal for long trips. It was introduced in 2021 and launched in 2024, a futuristic sedan that redefines mobility. And that's all. What fact surprised you the most? Leave it in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Zarpado content.